Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is February 18th, 2014. It is a Tuesday. Yesterday was a holiday, so the markets are finally starting up again after the President's Day holiday has concluded. But let's jump right into the charts here. We're going to start off with the S&P 500 E-mini futures. And what you'll see here is that the futures are trading lower by about a quarter of 1 point to 1834.75, 1835 level. Right in that area, up or down, but basically a flat open to the start of today's trading day. Now, looking at the markets overall, we did have a big move last night in Japan. The Nikkei 225 index was higher by about 3%, so that's a big move. Solid move there in the Nikkei. And again, all you need to do is look at the dollar-yen chart today, and you'll see the dollar-yen is up by 52 cents. It was even more in the overnight session. But when dollar-yen moves higher, U.S. equities should move higher. Japan stocks should move higher, as well as the European stocks. So again, decent move today for the dollar-yen. When the dollar-yen chart moves up, everything pretty much goes with it. What does go down when the dollar-yen chart is up is gold, and we'll watch that pretty closely today. So again, that's what we're seeing, at least at the moment. I think traders want to keep an eye on this market pretty closely. I'm not really sure what we're going to get in store for today, but I'll show you what's moving around and where there could be some money to be made. But nonetheless, you do have the European markets basically flat. Asian markets were pretty much higher with the exception of the Shanghai Composite, which was down about 0.75%. But you did have the Nikkei 225 up over 3%, which is a huge move. All right, let's take a look at some stocks in the news today. I want to start off with Coca-Cola. Looks like they reported earnings. Stock is trading out $38.21. Closed at $38.91. So, again, Coke is falling a little bit. The stock will have some support around $37.30 if it does get down there. It'll have a little bit more support around $37 whole round number if it does even get to that low. I'm not sure we'll see that, but nonetheless, that's the only level that I'm really seeing for Coca-Cola. Other than that, I don't see a lot. I guess the earnings were pretty much in line. It doesn't really matter. We only care about the market's reaction. And right now, Coca-Cola trading down just a touch from the close on Friday. A couple of big movers today. FRX is the big mover today. This is Forest Labs. It is being bought out, I believe, for $95 a share or $94 a share. You can see the stock is up in a big way. Stock was trading around $71 on Friday. This morning it traded over 95. And again, leave this one alone. You don't want to touch it. It is a buyout. It looks like Activist is picking the stock up, and both stocks are actually higher. This one should come back down to earth, though. Usually when the acquirer picks up another company, the acquirer will decline. That is not the case yet this morning, but most likely this one will pull back more. But Activist is buying out Forest Labs. I think it's $94 a share, but you can check the news for yourself. Either way, don't touch Forest Labs at this stage of the game. If you own it, congratulations. Try your stop loss or take your money. If you don't own it, leave it alone. Nothing really to do there. Tesla is getting a big bid this morning. So the car maker Tesla, having a pretty nice move. It looks like the news out of this is basically Elon Musk, which is the founder of Tesla, has met with last year. He met with Apple. Met with somebody from Apple, the head of mergers and acquisitions. I don't know how much we can make out of this, but nonetheless, I don't see Apple getting into the car business. But either way, the stock has a lot of resistance around 208, 209 intraday. So watch that level if it does get up there, 208, 209. Maybe it's even 210. But nonetheless, I don't think there's a lot of upside here for Tesla either way. But nonetheless, the stock is higher this morning before the opening bell, so it could be in play today. It'll be a market mover for sure, but I really don't think the stock's getting much above 210 at the moment. Maybe even 208.50, 209. All right, let's take a look here at our next one. Next one we're going to look at here today is going to be Big Lots. Ticker symbol is BIG. It looks like there's an upgrade in the stock. I don't know if we could really make all that much out of it. Looks like the stock was upgraded to buy by Deutsche Bank. At least they're upgrading it at a low, I got to say that much, but not at a high. So, again, the stock's up a little bit. You can see it trading around 27.14. It closed at 26. 56. I'm not sure we're going to see that much upside in the equity, but nonetheless, it is higher before the opening bell, so that one could be in motion this morning. I would not be shorting Big Lot simply for the fact that it is beaten down. It is at the low end of the charts. You never really want to short stocks that are down here unless they give you a real good bearish indication. But nonetheless, Big Lots is making a little bit of a move to the upside. Looking over the list a little bit more, I do see Medtronics is out with earnings. I don't know if we can make much out of that one. The stock is basically up about 5 cents. Ticker symbol is MDT. Waste Management is another one. I'm going to have this as a gap play this morning. Stock is trading at around 42.10. I do have gap levels for Waste Management, so come on over to the chat room. I'll have those posted up at 9 o'clock in the morning. But we do have some levels for Waste Management. We will be trading this one hopefully this morning if it comes into our level. This is the one gap play that I have isolated already. So we're going to keep an eye on that one. Medtronic is not a gap play this morning, but we do have Waste Management on the board. Looking over my list here of stocks that are moving, basically Las Vegas Sands could be a mover today. LVS is the ticker symbol. Stock's trading at $80.15. This is pretty much where it closed, but looks like they were hacked and their website was down for over a week. Now it's back up online. I'm not sure if it's going to give you a big move one way or the other. A level I do like for Las Vegas Sands today, if it got down to around $74, I like that area for the stock. But ultimately, if it moves higher, still has a lot of resistance around $82. So that could be a mover, though. Could be something midday in play today. So we'll keep an eye on that one. We'll also look at Netflix today. It looks like Carl Icahn has been selling shares. He still holds a fair stake, though. This stock is still in good shape as far as I could see on the charts. So be a little bit careful with Netflix. The big resistance level that I see for Netflix is obviously $450. But nonetheless, stock's holding up pretty well. But Carl Icahn did distribute some shares. Looks like he cut his stake. I think he still owns 2.7 million. So he still owns a fair amount. But nonetheless, he did get out of a decent amount of his long position. So you want to take notice of that. Also, over the weekend, you had a lot of hedge funds reveal their 13F filings. So again, I'm not sure we can make too much out of it, but you could check all that stuff out for yourself on the internet. But there were a lot of 13F filings. Most notably, I guess George Soros cut his stake in Microsoft and Herbalife, as well as Chevron and J.C. Penney, but he did pick up a new stake in J.P. Morgan Chase, and he also has a bearish bet on the S&P 500 for whatever that's worth. Again, when the time these F13F filings come out, you never know if these people have already closed out those positions, so you can't really make too much out of it, but it's always interesting to note and talk about. All right, let's take a look here at gold and oil today. Today you have gold up. Wow, is that right? Wow, looks like gold is up about $18 at the moment. So that's a pretty big move for gold nonetheless. So you got a big rally for gold at the moment. Up about $19 right now. Let's take a look at the chart here. So the GLD is trading at around 127.11. This is basically where it closed on Friday. So the move up in gold is really, you're seeing the GLD not really that affected. Again, the GLD will trade till 4:30 in the till 4 o'clock in the afternoon, where gold will shut down at 1:30. So I guess that move is already reflected in the price. But nonetheless, gold is holding up fine. It is a little bit overbought here at these levels. So I think we want to be a little bit careful with gold at the moment, but looks strong on the charts. Really, there are no problems with gold today. Looking over at the oil market, right now you have light sweet crude trading higher by $1 to 101.37. Let's take a look at the USO, which is a good proxy for light sweet crude. You're going to see this is at $36.32. Good move. It has upside to around 36.40, 36.50. So again, not much more upside, but definitely showing some strength, and we want to respect that at the moment. Again, it's been very cold in the Northeast, also across the United States, and we've had a lot of snow in the eastern part of the U.S. So again, with all that snow and the cold weather, Looks like the energy traders are keeping the price of oil pretty much at a premium here. So again, there's not a lot we could do with it, but oil is higher before the opening bell. That's my take on today's market. We'll see where this thing trades out today. Sometimes after a holiday, it could be a little bit of a slower day, a little bit of a sluggish tape, but nonetheless, this is what we're looking at this morning. I want to wish everybody a great trading day, and we'll see you all on the charts.